Men, listen carefully. Most of you are missing the number one signal a woman gives when she's attracted to you. Forget the cliches. It's not twirling her hair. It's not giggling at your bad jokes. And it's not even the way she dresses. The truth? If you want to know if she's into you, watch the very first thing she does when she greets you. Yes, her hello holds more secrets than an entire dinner date. And I should know, because I'm a woman. We don't always say what we feel, but our body language? That never lies, especially in those first few seconds when we see you. Psychology proves it. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to decode it. So if you're tired of guessing, tired of overthinking, and tired of missing obvious opportunities, stay locked in. Because I'm about to reveal the real greeting signs women give when they're attracted to you. Quick pause. If you're new here, I'm Coach Jane, and on this channel, we break down the truth about attraction, relationships, and emotional intelligence. Hit subscribe because the more you know, the less you'll ever be confused about women again. Why greetings matter more than you think. Here's what most men don't realize. Greetings are not small talk. They are first impression body scans. When you walk into a room, before you even open your mouth, her subconscious has already decided how she feels about you. And her greeting, that split-second smile, hug, or eye contact, is your window into her attraction. A study from the University of Kansas actually proved this. People display subconscious microexpressions within 3 seconds of meeting someone they're attracted to. 3 seconds? That's all it takes for her body to tell on her. Now, here's the kicker. Women don't consciously control these greetings. We might try to act cool, polite, or professional, but our subconscious betrays us every single time. Which brings me to the first hidden greeting signal. Sign number 1, the delayed smile. Most of you think attraction means an instant smile. Wrong. That's friendliness. That's politeness. That's her social autopilot. But when a woman is actually attracted to you, something different happens. She hesitates just for a beat. It's not rejection. It's evaluation. That half-second pause before her smile. That's her brain saying, "Whoa, this man just hit differently. Let me process this." Then the smile comes, warmer, fuller, and more real than the automatic ones she gives to strangers. Psychologists call it an emotional lag response, meaning her feelings actually caught up to her actions. So here's your takeaway. If she smiles instantly, it's polite. If she smiles after a tiny pause, congratulations. That's not politeness, that's attraction bubbling up from her subconscious. Example, a client of mine told me about a woman he met at a bookstore. She looked up, locked eyes, then hesitated before her lips curled into a smile. He thought he'd made her uncomfortable, but when he walked over, she started asking him about the very book he was holding. That hesitation? It wasn't discomfort. It was attraction in real time. Gentle reminder, don't overthink it. If she pauses before smiling, lean into it with confidence. That's your green light. And that's just the first sign. Because the second greeting, the one that most men completely miss, is so powerful it can instantly separate you from being just a friend to being the man she secretly wants. Stick around, because this one happens every time she hugs you. Sign number 2, the lean-in hug. Now let's talk about hugs, because men, this is where women give themselves away without even realizing it. Here's the thing. Most hugs are neutral, quick, polite, shoulder to shoulder, maybe even a little stiff. That's what women do with acquaintances or people they want to keep at a safe distance. But when a woman is attracted to you, her hug changes subtly, but unmistakably. She leans in closer than normal. Her upper body actually presses in instead of pulling back. And here's the biggest tell. Her hands linger. Not in a dramatic, obvious way, but long enough for you to notice she's in no rush to let go. Why this matters? Psychology tells us that touch is one of the strongest nonverbal indicators of intimacy. Research from the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that prolonged physical contact, even just a few extra seconds, signals comfort and attraction. So, if you feel her hugging you like you're her favorite person in the room, that's not an accident. That's her subconscious saying, stay. I like this closeness. Example. One of my coaching clients shared how a woman he only knew casually suddenly hugged him differently at a party. Instead of a quick hi-bye hug, she leaned in, pressed her chest lightly against him, and her hands rested on his back. He told me, Jane, it felt like she didn't want to let go. And guess what? She didn't. They ended up dating for 6 months. Bottom line, pay attention to her hugs. If she holds on longer, presses in closer, or pulls away last, she's telling you exactly how she feels. Sign number 3, the eyes, lips. Eyes flash. This next one is subtle. So subtle that if you blink, you'll miss it. But once you know it, you'll never unsee it. When a woman is attracted to you, her eyes don't just stay on your eyes. They flicker, down, then up again. Eye to lips to eyes. It happens in less than a second, but it's primal, deeply rooted in human psychology. Studies have shown that glancing at someone's mouth is one of the clearest nonverbal cues of romantic interest, because the brain subconsciously associates lips with intimacy. Now, here's the kicker. Most women don't even know they're doing it. We think we're being subtle, but our eyes betray us. So, if you greet a woman and notice her eyes drop to your lips before returning to your eyes, that's not curiosity, that's attraction. Example, imagine meeting a woman for coffee. You say hello, she smiles, then you notice it. Her eyes flick to your mouth for a split second before returning to your gaze. Most men would ignore it, but the smart ones, they know that's her subconscious showing interest. How to respond without killing the vibe. Now, knowing these signals is one thing. Responding without being awkward is another. Here's the golden rule. Match her energy. Don't overdo it. If she gives you the delayed smile, smile back warmly. Hold her gaze just a second longer. If she leans in for a hug, hug her back with presence. Don't pat her like she's your buddy. If you catch the eyes, lips, eyes flash, slow down your words. Maintain eye contact. Let the tension breathe. The biggest mistake men make is either ignoring these signals completely or reacting too aggressively. Women want you to notice, yes, but they don't want it to feel like a spotlight. Attraction thrives in subtlety. So, if you see 2 or more of these greeting signs, that's not friendliness. That's her quietly saying, I'm interested. The ball's in your court. Quick check-in. Are you starting to connect the dots? If yes, drop a "Got it, Jane" in the comments. I love knowing who's paying attention. And don't forget to hit the like button, because the more men learn this, the fewer missed connections we'll all have in this world. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Because once you know these greeting signals, the question becomes, what's next? How do you turn that subtle attraction into something real without messing it up? That's what we're covering in the final part of this video. So, what do you do next? All right. You've spotted the signs. You've seen the delayed smile. You've felt the lingering hug. Maybe you even caught her eyes flick down to your lips before darting back up. Here's the real question. What do you do with that information? Because this is where most men blow it. Some freeze up, overanalyze, and do nothing. Others get way too bold, too fast, and scare her off. The key? Balanced confidence. Think of it this way. When a woman greets you with attraction cues, she's not handing you a marriage proposal. She's giving you a green light to continue. That's all. Your job is to respect that signal and move forward with confidence, but without pressure. Step 1. Acknowledge without overacting. If she pauses before smiling, smile back. Hold eye contact for just a beat longer. Don't announce, "Oh, you hesitated before smiling. You must like me." That's awkward. Just mirror her warmth. Step 2. Reciprocate comforts. If she leans in during a hug, give her a real hug back. Firm, but not crushing. Hold it long enough to let her know you noticed, but not long enough to make it weird. Step 3. Build the conversation. If you catch the eyes flash, slow down. Ask her a genuine question. Listen. Attraction isn't about rushing to kiss her immediately. It's about building tension. Women are drawn to men who can read the room and stay composed under pressure. Step 4. Stack the signals. Here's where the power of psychology works for you. One sign could mean friendliness. The 2 signs are much stronger. But if you notice 3 or more, delayed smile, lean in hug, eyes, that's confirmation. At that point, you can feel confident that she's genuinely into you. Why this matters, the bigger picture. Look, men, attraction isn't about guessing games. Women don't walk around with signs on their forehead saying, "I like you." Instead, we give off these subtle, subconscious signals. And if you miss them, you miss opportunities. Not because she wasn't interested, but because you didn't know how to read her. And here's the truth. Most women won't make the first move. We'll wait. We'll signal, but we won't spell it out. That's why learning these greeting cues gives you such a massive advantage. It puts you in the rare 10% of men who get it. Quick recap, lock this in. Delayed smile, attraction bubbling up after evaluation. Lean in hug. She lingers because she wants closeness. Eyes flash. Subconscious desire, faster than thought. How to respond, match her energy, don't overreact, build tension naturally. One of my subscribers messaged me last month. He told me about a woman he'd been just friends with for over a year. He thought she never saw him that way. Then, at a friend's wedding, she greeted him with all 3 signals. Delayed smile, full body hug, and eyes flicking to his lips. For the first time, he noticed. Instead of brushing it off, he responded with warmth and confidence. That night, they danced, talked, and shared their first kiss. Today, they're dating. The signs were always there. He just never knew how to read them. Men, stop second-guessing yourself. Stop overthinking. Women aren't as complicated as you think. Yes, we guard our feelings. Yes, we play it cool, but the body always reveals the truth. If you learn to see it, you'll never be left in the dark again. And here's the bigger point. It's not just about attraction. It's about confidence. When you know the signs, you stop living in uncertainty. And when you stop living in uncertainty, you become the kind of man women are naturally drawn to. If this video opened your eyes, do 2 things for me. Like this video so YouTube knows men need this knowledge. Subscribe to this channel because I promise you, this is just the beginning. I'll keep giving you the raw truth from a female perspective, the things women don't say out loud, but absolutely reveal through our actions. And before you go, drop a comment. Which of these three greeting signs have you actually noticed before? I want to hear your stories. I'm Coach Jane, and remember, attraction isn't about luck, it's about awareness. Now you have it. Use it.